Are you ready to witness the future of video rendering? Introducing Rerender A Video, zero-shot text-guided video to video translation. While large text-to-image diffusion models have revolutionized image generation, transitioning these breakthroughs into the realm of video has presented significant challenges. The paper introduces a groundbreaking framework consisting of two key components: keyframe translation and full video translation. The first part employs an adapted diffusion model to generate keyframes, ensuring coherence in shapes, textures, and colors through hierarchical cross-frame constraints. The second part propagates these keyframes to other frames using temporal-aware patch matching and frame blending, achieving global style and local texture temporal consistency at a remarkably low cost. This framework seamlessly integrates with existing image diffusion techniques, allowing for customization with LoRa and extra spatial guidance with ControlNet. Extensive experiments have demonstrated the effectiveness of this framework, showcasing its ability to render high-quality and temporally coherent videos, surpassing existing methods.
So before starting with the installation, make sure you install CUDA, Git, and Visual Studio. Without that, the installation will not be successful, and Visual Studio is required to build EVSynth. So I've compiled the steps for installation on Windows system. First, navigate to the folder where you want to install. In the address bar, type CMD and press enter. Then follow these installation steps. We start with cloning the repository. Make sure this ---- recursive is included in the command. Next, navigate inside the clone folder. Then we will creating the virtual environment. Next step is to activate the virtual environment. Now, install the dependencies. Make sure you follow this order. Next, we will install Torch. Next step is to install the remaining dependencies. Now the last step is to download the models. Best part is we don't have to go and manually download the models. Just execute the command mentioned in step 6 and it will download all the models. Now it's time to launch the web UI. So for that, navigate to the folder where you have installed it, type cmd in the command prompt and press enter. Next, each time we have to activate the virtual environment before using this tool. And then use this command to launch the web UI. So the web UI is available on this local URL. Copy this URL and paste it in the browser window. So this is the basic interface. It requires an input video here. Here you can define the prompt. This is to specify the seed. We'll look at these commands later. So this is for the first frame translation. Next, we have for the keyframe translation. And then we have options for full video translation. And here are some of the example configs that are provided. So if you select one of these, this information will be pre-populated based on this. Now, how to use this tool? What we need to do is we define a prompt here. So instead of running the entire video, what we can do is we can run the first keyframe and it will translate the first keyframe of the video using these settings that we are using. So the best approach is to first try to run the first keyframe, see the result, and then move with run all to convert the entire video. Now, if I click on run first keyframe, I will see the processing is started. Now it will come up with the error. It cannot find the file specified. So let's understand the second aspect that is related to the base model. So there are three models that we can use initially. One is Stable Diffusion 1.5, second is Rev Animated, and third is Realistic Vision. So we need to download and place these models in the models directory. So we can download these models from Civit AI. I will provide the link in the README file. So to try it, I have downloaded two models. One is Realistic Vision and second is Rev Animated. Now, if we go here, it will still not work. So what we need to do is press Ctrl C to stop the server and then relaunch the server again. Now we can go and select one of these models. I will select Rev Animated and then try running the first keyframe. Sorry, I need to refresh this. Select this again. And in the advanced option for the first frame translation, I will select the base model as Rev Animated and then run the first keyframe. So as we see, this is the result of the first frame. This will be used as a base to do the full conversion. Now next, what we are going to do is we will learn how to add a new model in this so that that appears in the drop down of this list, and then look at some of the other settings which I have explored so far. Now I have downloaded two models, WS Mix 9 Realistic and Chill Out Mix from Civit AI. You can download any model which you want to use, and we will see how we can add this model. So navigate to the base folder. Here you will see sd underscore model underscore cfg dot python file. So open this in any text editor. So by default, these three are added. Now I want to add two more. So I will copy this line, the last one. Make sure to add a comma here and paste and repeat the step to add one more. So I want to add two. So I have added two lines. If you want to add only one, you can add only one line. Make sure the last line does not end with a comma. Now what we need to do is navigate to the models folder where we have added these two new models. Now copy this name, add it here, which will appear in the drop down. And this is the name of the safe tensor file or the model file. Same I will repeat for the next model that I have created, that I have added, sorry, and replace it. So every line should end with comma except for the last line. Now that we have added, we need to stop the server, which you can do by pressing Ctrl C. Make sure virtual environment is activated. Run the server again. Once the server is up and running, you can either launch the URL or just refresh if it is already opened. Now, if we go to the advanced options for the first frame translation, we should see the models. So let's use one of the newly added models. I will use one of the sample that is provided here. I will let the prompt as it is. So here you can define the frame resolution. The maximum it allows it is 768. So I will use 512 for this demo. Control net strength, you can increase or decrease. Same with denoising strength. Now, if you want to preserve the color from the source video or the input video, you can keep it checked or you can uncheck it. Rest I will leave as it is. The control net type is Kenny. There are two control nets that comes with this. One is Kenny and second is HED. So you can select any of these and use this, and you can increase or decrease the low and high threshold. Now, how many steps you want to use? Minimum is 20. Configuration scale is 7.5. You can select the base model from here. Yeah. Now, if you want to define some additional prompts, you can add them here. Here you can add negative prompts. Then it comes with FreeU library to increase the quality. Now, this is for the keyframe translation. What is the frequency of the keyframe? That is what you can define here. And this defines the number of keyframes total. So if you want to complete the, if you want to convert the complete video, seek it through the end. If you want to just test it out, then you can increase or decrease this. Then leave all of these checked. I have not gone through the other settings so far. Then in the advanced option for full video translation, you can check or uncheck gradient blend. And how many number of parallel processes do you want to run? You can define it here. So if you have a very high VRAM graphics card, you can increase the step and that will cut down the conversion process. So I will go and see what is the output of the first frame using this newly selected model. Now, if you are happy with the first frame, then you can proceed with the full video conversion. If you are not happy, then you can try playing around with the prompt and the settings. So for this demo, I want to convert the full video with only fewer frames. And then click on Run On. So what this will do is this will first run the first keyframe, then it will run keyframes and then run propagation. And finally, it will merge the output. So we'll come back again and review the output. So the processing is now complete. So this was the original video. And you will find the output of the full video here. So I choose to convert only few frames. So it only created 4 seconds of video out of 9 frames. So you can play around with the settings, and the output video is created in result folder. Inside that, the video name, and this blend is the output video. All right, thank you.